Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way. From birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN Television News for today, Thursday, January 30th, 2020. In the headlines, World Health Organization declares the deadly coronavirus a public health emergency of international concern.
Health officials establish isolation facility at MBIA for suspected case of coronavirus. 15
finalists selected for 2020 Greenby Challenge.
Trinidadians in Wuhan told to stay quarantined.
And coming up in sports with Joseph Kador, Sandals under 15 football to kick off this weekend, while semi-final of secondary school basketball to shoot off tomorrow. These and other stories after this message.
This is GBN, the nation's news leader. This segment is brought to you by Quartz Grenada Limited.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
A busy broadcast day. Good evening. This is News at 7. I'm Ken Roy Batiste.
And I'm Beverly Tellisford. After much deliberation, leading World Health Care professionals who formed the World Health Organization on Thursday declared the deadly coronavirus a public health emergency of international concern. We get more in this report.
The World Health Organization has declared the new coronavirus a global emergency. Addressing international media, WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom said the main reason for the declaration is not what is happening in China, but what is happening in other countries.
We don't know what sort of damage this virus could do if it were to spread in a country with a weaker health system. We must act now to help countries prepare for that possibility. For all of these reasons, I'm declaring a public health emergency of international concern over the global outbreak of novel coronavirus.
The WHO chief said there is no need for unnecessary measures that will interfere with international travel and trade. He called on governments to implement decisions that are evidence-based and consistent.
WHO stands ready to provide advice to any country that's considering which measures to take. Second, we must support countries with weaker health systems. Third, accelerate the development of vaccines, therapeutics, and diagnostics. Fourth, combat the spread of rumors and misinformation. Fifth, review preparedness plans, identify gaps, and evaluate the resources needed to identify, isolate, and care for cases and prevent transmission. Sixth, share data, knowledge, and experience with WHO in the world. And seventh, the only way we will defeat this outbreak is for all countries to work together in a spirit of solidarity and cooperation. We're all in this together, and we can only stop it together. This is the time for facts, not fear. This is the time for science, not rumors. This is the time for solidarity, not stigma.
Cherian Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Well, authorities in China say a 56-year-old woman was discharged from the hospital after showing significant improvements in her respiratory system after being diagnosed with the coronavirus. Local authorities welcome the news but say recovery is not surprising. Blossom Alexis Welch has this report.
Acting Chief Medical Officer in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Francis Martin, confirmed that the first person has been cured of the deadly coronavirus in Wuhan, China, where the virus originated. Dr. Martin appeared on To The Point on Thursday to continue discussions on worldwide efforts to deal with the health issue.
We are now seeing the complete recovery of people affected by the coronavirus. We were hoping and waiting for this to happen for a while now, but this morning we were able to firmly say that yes, people have recovered and have recovered completely without any complications whatsoever. And we kind of knew this was going to happen as physicians and as public health persons. We were just waiting and hoping that it will come sooner rather than later.
He notes that the determining factor that makes coronavirus fatal is a person's immune system's ability to fight things off, and reiterates that proper hygiene is instrumental in stopping the spread of the virus. Over the last 24 hours, social media has been abuzz about the packaging of Lysol disinfectant and what some people saw as a suspicious mention of a viral strain that was new to them. Dr. Martin says the coronavirus has been around for centuries. It's just that the world is dealing with a new strain.
We have coronaviruses here. We've had that virus. The world have seen coronaviruses before because, as I said, some of the flu symptoms that we have during the flu season are coronaviruses. It's just that this particular strain is a new one that we've never seen in the human population before, and that's what I want to reiterate. Coronaviruses are not new. The common flu and cold that we have is a coronavirus. It's just that this particular one is a novel one, means that it's a new one that we never experienced before. So we kind of expected that the human body was going to respond the same way as it responds to the common cold that we have, where your immune system kicks in, you get a little cough, fever, your flu symptoms, body aches and pains, but you eventually recover because your immune system takes control. Just like with the common cold, where there are actually no treatment, people take symptomatic treatment like Panadol, multi-symptoms. We expected the same for the coronavirus, and fortunately we're seeing that is actually happening.
Public Relations Officer in the Ministry of Health, Kevin Frederick, says on Wednesday local officials completed an isolation facility at the Morris Bishop International Airport, where anyone whose body temperature is deemed elevated and flagged by the airport's thermal scanners will be quarantined while further tests are done. Blossom Alexis Welch, GBN News.
Now, at least 15 Grenadian students are quarantined in the city of Wuhan as the number of infected people increase with the outbreak of the coronavirus. Akisha Felix has been speaking to one Grenadian national in China on the current situation.
Over 16 cities in China have been quarantined so far as the deadly coronavirus spreads across the country and the world. One national working and residing in China has confirmed that there are over 10 Grenadian students in Wuhan, the city in which the coronavirus originated. She noted, however, that Ambassador Dr. Abby David is ensuring the safety and well-being of every Grenadian student and other nationals in China.
Currently, I think there are about 12 to 15 students in Wuhan. I'm not really sure what the government of Grenada is doing for the students, but what I can say is that the ambassador Miss Abby, Dr. Abby David. She is doing a splendid job right now because, I've spoken to her, and then I know that every day she would send out a notice in the Grenadian group, and she would advise students, and she would also say to them, if you need any stocks or supplies, please message me, and I would find the best possible way to send it to you. I want to use the word safe because everyone is safe for now, but then we don't know what's going to happen later on because the numbers of infected persons are increasing every day.
The teacher by profession is of the view that the removal of the students may not be the best idea at this time. She added that several other countries have made attempts to transport their students out of China. However, they were unsuccessful in doing so.
I would love for everyone to get back home and be with their family, but personally, I don't think the government will be able to bring the students back home. The reason why I say that is because the other countries, they were unsuccessful in trying to get their citizens out of Wuhan. So I think it would be really hard for the government to get the Grenadian students out of Wuhan. And Grenada is not equipped for such a virus. Grenada is not ready at all because we all know that our medical system is substandard. So I don't think I would want everybody to be back home with their families, but I don't think it's a decision. I don't think that is something that should be done right now.
The number of coronavirus cases has increased to 7,771, with the death toll being 771 in China. Akeisha Felix for GBN News.
Meanwhile, Grenadians who are currently in China are urging the public to be cautious when disseminating information on social media platforms regarding the outbreak of the coronavirus. One national said it brings fear to their families on the island.
The situation is very unsettling because we just don't know what's going to happen next. We're just praying and hoping that everything would get better. We are running on hopes and prayers. When everything first started, I was having a panic attack and anxiety because, you would see rumors. Everywhere you turn, you would see something different and you don't know what to believe. And I would also like for people home to stop spreading rumors because some of the information that I've been seeing on the news home is really incorrect, and it's causing panic for our family back home because right now I'm not too concerned with the virus. I'm concerned that my mom is going to get a heart attack because people are spreading rumors and creating panic attack,
All right, we take a break, but still ahead, Grenadians express their opinions on the readiness of the health system. Stay with us.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 350 local anywhere calls and texts. With the always-on prepaid plans, all for $25. Keep your number when you switch to Grenada's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with Tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with Tropical. Can't wait. No package too big, no small. I cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
It's one of the most anticipated events in 2020, the Grenada Music Festival, June 5th to 7th, at the home of the festival, Quarantine Recreational Park. Fresh as a summer breeze. 12 live bands, more than 16 dynamic performers, great food and local culture. The Grenada Music Festival, June 5th to 7th. Bigger and better in 2020. Get ready.
My name is Ed Southgate. I'm from Westech Building Products in Calgary, Canada. We supply St. Louis UPVC windows with a North Americanized European window system, as well as a slider system that's for residential homes. The commercial system is good for hotels, hospitals, any commercial buildings, as well as high-end homes. Our products are all tested to a AMA standard, which is the North America standard for windows and doors. Our PVC also has 10 parts TiO2, which is high in the industry, that we feel gives it the longevity that he requires because of the harsh climate that you guys are in for sun and wind and rain. Westech Building Products has partnered with Mohammed from St. Louis UPVC to offer him one of the higher end products that are available in the marketplace. This is my second visit here, and we check the quality of the product and the way their processes are to ensure they follow the standards that we set when we first came here over just almost a year ago. And I think that with that quality, you can be assured you'll have the performance in the windows that you're looking for your homes or businesses that are available now right here on the island.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses. We're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Inspection and licensing have begun, and at Hubbard's, we want you to be ready. From January to February 15th, we're offering vehicle owners with single registration letters 1 to 2,500 and plural registration letters 1 to 250, 10% off our new Torque tires and Power Max batteries. Don't get caught unprepared. Visit us today at our motor department in Mungay or our tire bay in Grandance, located near Hubbard's Building Supplies.
At Ariza, we find ways to celebrate you. Little wins or bigger ones. Working hard and staying on track. Meet your need while saving for your dreams with our Chairs to You loan. Get up to $50,000 repayable in up to 10 years and benefit from a lump sum saving when the loan is repaid. Live those dreams. Follow those steps. Take that leap of faith or invest in yourself. Make a toast. Lift a glass. Cheers to you. Join today and apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom. Your future.
Brothers and sisters of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, warm Christmas greetings to everyone as we move into high gear for the 2019 Christmas season celebrations. There's fun and festivity.
When the soca breeze blows,
you could be part of one of the greatest festivals of 2020. Be front and center as the international soca bowler, Mr. Killer, defends his crown. Play fancy mass in one of the hottest bands in TNT and get free tickets to the most epic fest. Is a Hot Lime.
And we come here to move everything.
Hot 98 is sending one lucky winner plus one to experience Trinity Carnival 2020 when you hear this song. Simply call 435-7517 to answer a simple question for a chance to win. The winner will be selected on February 12 for travel to TNT, February 19 to the 26th. It's a Hot Lime, the hottest lime of 2020. Keep it locked on Hot 98.5 and 98.7.
Officials from the Ministry of Health announced that some precautionary measures are implemented within Grenada's main port of entry against the deadly coronavirus. Some Grenadians are expressing their opinions on the readiness of the health system. GBN went to the streets of St. George to get the views of the people.
Because little thing you're going in the hospital for
you can't get it done. You go in the hospital for, say like a little thing on your foot, they want to cut out your foot, they want to cut out your hand. A big thing like this virus, they ain't ready for it yet.
Well, I don't think any country is ready, so Grenada wouldn't be ready. But I hope that they would be ready as soon as possible before it start, to show up itself. But I think Grenada should be more in contact with the United States to see what might be able to do. Because I'm not sure if China able to handle that affairs concerning the Caribbean.
I don't think we're prepared because, to my knowledge, Grenada doesn't really have medical supplies or any device needed to screen the people that came into Grenada. So no, I don't think we're ready. And it's probably we don't, especially since the fact that there's no cure. And I don't know, I guess we're not ready at all in general.
What measures exactly did the airport use to screen those Chinese men? And on top of that, the virus apparently came out in December. How many persons came in the country between December and now? So is it already here, the virus, These things are concerning. Well, on the airport, I think they could start quarantining the planes as the other countries are doing. Here, they're giving us safety tips, but I don't know. I just don't know. I think the quarantining on the airport, it should start there.
Grenada is not ready about the virus.
Why do you think we're not ready?
Because we don't have proper facilities down here to take care. If we have a breakout, then we would not know what to do.
No, we're not ready.
Why do you think we're not ready?
I don't think we have nothing in place to me because we don't even know how to get rid of it. So I hope you not come here. You don't come here.
Many Grenadians also hit the social media platforms to express themselves on the readiness of the country in light of an outbreak of the virus. These are some of the responses to Wednesday's GBN I Think question. Should government consider implementing a travel ban on China, where the coronavirus originated?
Act now and act fast. That's the advice from prominent attorney at law Anselm Clouden, who's calling on Prime Minister and Minister for National Security, Dr. Keith Mitchell, to take urgent action in relation to the coronavirus. We get more in this Christina John report.
The coronavirus is now a global threat. While countries such as the United States have ordered their diplomats to leave China and Great Britain suspended British Airways flights to and from China as a means of protecting their citizens, Clouden believes the seriousness of this virus is being downplayed in Grenada. With fears of the virus spreading to all parts of the region, Clouden, a lawyer by profession, is appealing to the Minister of National Security, Dr. Keith Mitchell, to do something fast.
The Prime Minister is Minister of National Security to take the necessary steps. Here and now, the fierce urgency of the moment requires that, one, quarantine facilities have been established. If it cannot be done by one nation state, then we are within the CARICOM community, and this ought to be a CARICOM issue because of the rapid travel between member states. So CARICOM has to be involved. If we lack the capacity, we lack the know-how, then we have to help each other and look after each other. This virus, if it gets into the Caribbean, can be catastrophic.
Clouden is threatening legal action against Prime Minister Mitchell if action is not taken. He explained the grounds upon which this is possible.
The Privy Council has said that ministers can be taken to court for acts of malfeasance. In this case, it's an omission to introduce protective mechanisms to, as it were, protect the lives of the Grenadian people. The Minister of Finance has an order from the court, a mandamus, to pay a debt, and he refuses. He could be taken to court for contempt and imprisonment. But in this case, we are thinking of a mandamus by way of a dereliction of duty. as Minister of National Security, he should be reporting to the nation on a daily basis as to the steps that are taken and the monitoring mechanisms that are at Point Saline International Airport to ensure that persons who have visited China within the past 3 to 6 weeks do not enter our country without being properly sanitized, checked, and verified. We do not have the capacity now to do that. We must solicit it from those who have it rather than sit and do nothing. Okay? So that in the event that nothing is done, in another 3-4 days, those who wish to come on board with me, we take an action to enforce the discharge of his portfolio with respect to national security. National security also entails health.
Clouden is suggesting that Prime Minister Mitchell join forces with his regional counterparts to guard against this virus. Christina John.
The University of the West Indies says it is working closely with the Global Institute of Software Technology and other relevant local authorities in China to ensure the safety and well-being of students and staff. The UE noted that it has an administrative presence and 36 students enrolled in a BSc Software Engineering program at UE China Institute of Information Technology, which allows for 2 years of study at the Global Institute. The university said it has been closely monitoring the situation in China. UE said a meeting with parents and guardians is planned for Friday, January 31st.
Still to come in News at 7, how much do you know about polycystic ovary syndrome? When we come back, we'll tell you about this medical condition that affects many women.
KFC National Relay Meet, Saturday 22nd February 2020 at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium from 1:30 p.m. We kick it off with the top schools and top clubs throughout the Tri-Island state will keenly compete. Over 45 events will be contested. Distant medleys, sprint relays, the 4x1s, the 2x4s, the 4x4s, the 1x2x4. Just name it, we've got it. And for the very first time, mixed relays, increased prize monies. Come and enjoy the biggest and best relay meet ever. The 22nd KFC National Relay Meet. Saturday, 22nd February. Tickets available from all KFC outlets.
St. Paul's Sports, Cultural and Development Organization presents St. Paul's Independence Extravaganza on Sunday, 9th February 2020 at the St. Paul's Community Center. Get breakfast from 6 a.m. and lunch from 12 noon. Enjoy performances by Dash, Mystic Band, Oasis Band, Laura Lisa, Conception Dance Theatre, Comanchero Steel Orchestra, Lisa McDonald, SPGS, BBC Choir, Touch of Grace, Vinue Dancers, and much more. It's a day of food, craft exhibitions, robotics displays, fashion show, and so much more. It's the St. Paul's Independence Extravaganza.
It is here again, it is here again. The Made in Grenada Expo is here again. And I just hope the whole of Grenada are ready, because I sung in a clarion call. The Made in Grenada Expo is here again. The Made in Grenada Expo is on February 7th, and the public is encouraged to come out and give full support and buy out all local products on show. Products manufactured right here in Grenada, 100% Grenadian, and it's happening right here at the National Stadium. Are taking in the Independence Parade and the Made in Grenada Expo one time. I am so excited. That's why I'm making a fireside. I bring my tent, my blanket, and all kind of thing, and I'm camping right here until everything done on February 7th. The Made in Grenada Expo is here again.
Property and health back in the dressing room. Retired hurt. What If has taken 3 quick wickets. It's 244 over 7, and family needs 6 off the last ball for victory. And it's Demerara Mutual that comes to the crease. A strong, dependable player, a known big hitter in the game. What If comes in from the top of his mark. It's full-on leg stump. Demerara Mutual comes down the wicket, and it's over long on for 6. Family wins the game. Property, health, income, and the entire team are ecstatic as Demerara Mutual has come to the rescue yet again. Credit to Dem for coming through when it mattered most.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 70 channels and 12 in HD. All for $200 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
News at 7 this evening in GBN Health, we focus on a condition called polycystic ovary syndrome, a medical condition that is common in women throughout the world. Rena Pear tells us more in GBN Health.
Polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, is a hormonal disorder common among women of reproductive age. Women with PCOS may have infrequent or prolonged menstrual periods or excess male hormone levels. The ovaries may develop numerous small collections of fluid and fail to regularly release eggs. In an exclusive interview with GBN, medical practitioner and family doctor Keisha Lowe simplifies the condition to us.
Yes. First of all, could you tell us what is this condition? Yes, ma'am. So polycystic ovarian syndrome is an endocrine disorder. It's a hormonal imbalance disorder of women affecting primarily the reproductive organ called the ovaries. So the ovaries normally produce estrogen and progesterone, but they also produce a little bit of androgen, which is typically called the male hormone because it's more, a higher percentage in males. However, in this syndrome, they overproduce androgen, and this is where the problem comes. This is where the imbalance comes and the problems with the menstrual cycle.
The exact cause of polycystic ovary syndrome is unknown. Irregular periods or no periods at all, difficulty getting pregnant, excess hair growth, and oily skin are some of the symptoms related to polycystic ovary syndrome. Dr. Lowe says early diagnosis and treatment, along with weight loss, may reduce the risk of long-term complications such as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and infertility.
But if this woman is having PCOS, hasn't had a period in a long time, the lining has not been sloughed off. So this lining of the endometrium is continually building up, building up, building up. It becomes hyperplastic. It undergoes hyperplasia. It overdevelops. And this can increase this woman's risk of endometrial cancer. So I think that's the most serious side effect or serious consequence of PCOS, especially if it's not treated, is that you definitely can get endometrial carcinoma.
Dr. Lowe highlighted some of the treatments that can be used for polycystic ovary syndrome.
So weight loss is a real big thing, and it's just not something most people are willing to really focus on. They think it's easy to just take a pill, but that's not necessarily the case. I mean, there are hormonal treatments we do give in terms of birth control pills. There's also something called metformin, which is commonly used more. Everybody knows it as a diabetic drug, but what it does is it increases the body's sensitivity to insulin, so that now helps to decrease the androgen overproduction, which then helps the period to become more regular.
The medical practitioner is encouraging women who has been experiencing issues with their cycle to check their doctors as soon as possible. For GBN News, I am Rena Perry reporting.
The zonal competition of the 2020 Brinby Challenge is over, and 15 finalists were selected for the final in March, competing for the title Brinby Champion 2020. Details in this report.
January was the first of the internal zonal competition, the Battle of the Brain, where the students battled for a position in the finals. Just about 50 students were part of the zonal competition on January 15th, 22nd, and 29th. The 15 students from 8 secondary schools will be preparing for the finals Clash of the Brains on March 21st. The students will get the opportunity to visit the St. George's University for a day, where they would be exposed to the human brain and have lectures from 10 different professors and tutors at the university. Gail Blackett, one of the organizers of the Brain Bee Challenge, spoke of the competition.
We have 15 finalists and we have 8 secondary schools. They are Wesley College, PBC, Presentation Brothers College, Westmoreland Secondary, we have Westerhall Secondary, we have J.W. Fletcher Catholic Secondary School, we have Hillsborough Secondary School, St. Joseph Convent Grenville, St. David's Catholic Secondary. In this zonal, we don't have one school dominated. So Wesley College, we have 2 students, PBC 2 students, Hillsborough Secondary 3 students, St. Joseph Convent Grenville 2 students, J.W. Fletcher 2 students, Westerhall Secondary 1, St. David's Catholic Secondary 1. So you don't have one school dominating the whole event.
The National Brain Bee Competition quizzes Form 4 and 5 students across the island on neurology, the study of the brain and nervous system. The aim is to encourage students to venture into the field of medicine, particularly in this field. Blackett says this year's competition will be a hard one for the judges.
We have some students who they studied. You can see that the students really studied. So I am expecting that the finals will be very, 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 very hectic, very serious, and I think they are taking it very seriously. So the next step, we have the tutorial on the 20th of February. That's where they spend the whole day at St. George's University, so they get themselves familiarized with the books and make sure the materials so they know what they have to do. And we have the finals will be on the 21st of March.
This year, the organizers added a new component of the challenge, a brain art contest, which will be from February 3rd to March 6th. She invites all students to be a part of the event.
Okay, so we have the art competition. It's launched on the 6th of February. So we expect the art pieces to come in after the 6th of February. So all students from ages 12 to 18 from all secondary school, you're expected to take part in that art competition.
For GBN News, I am Rena Perry reporting.
This one to report a 24-year-old businessman has been arrested and charged with driving without a driver's license. The charge was laid against Vaughn Cyrus of the Carenage St. George following a vehicle accident on Monday, the 27th of January 2020 at Conference in St. Andrew. Cyrus was placed on $5,000 bail with one surety. He's due to appear at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Tuesday, the 3rd of March.
Okay, stay with us now for this evening's GBN ISA compliments Clear Vision Eye Center.
Tonight's ISA features what is deemed as a reckless driving practice by a Grand Dance bus operator in the Tantine area. You can send in your photo and video submissions via our social media platforms.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
All right, we take a break, but still ahead, police officers awarded for good conduct and long-standing service to the force. Stay with us.
Labukan Creative Center, in association with Quark Bank, Spice Basket, and Netherlands Insurance, presents From the Archives, featuring selected scenes and songs from 10 plays by Uriah Speeters. Tickets from Grenadian Optical on Melville Street and Spiceland Mall, Kittens on Wall Street, and Quick Stop at Otway's Gas Station, $40. It's From the Archives of Uriah Speeters, a special independence production of songs and the drama, Saturday, February 8 p.m. at Spice Basket.
Part of our social media revamp, the GBN is committed on providing accurate information by just one click through our social media platforms. You can now follow our Facebook page at GBN Television, together with our sister stations Classic FM Grenada and Hot FM Grenada. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Grenada Broadcasting Network. They say one picture is worth 1,000 words. Now you have the opportunity to follow us on Instagram at GBN_news and our newly added WhatsApp feature to our news and current affairs department on telephone number 473-405-3052. GBN, with you, anywhere, everywhere.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatment. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
It's one of the most anticipated events in 2020, the Grenada Music Festival, June 5th to 7th at the home of the festival, Quarantine Recreational Park. 12 live bands, more than 16 dynamic performers, great food and local culture. The Grenada Music Festival, June 5th to 7th. Bigger and better in 2020. Get ready.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
We all want a home that matches our way of life. But it's not just about building or buying a dream home or purchasing land with the most breathtaking view. It's about finding the bank that would make you feel at home. A Home Easy Loan from Republic is your best choice. It's more than a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Visit any of our 6 branches. Submit your application forms on our website or talk to us on Facebook. Experience peace of mind today. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're back here. The Royal Grenada Police Force held its inaugural ribbon and medal ceremony on Wednesday. Medals and ribbons were presented to officers for good conduct and long-standing service to the force. We get the rest in this report.
honouring the accomplishments of members of the Royal Grenada Police Force for outstanding services, dedication and commitment to the state of Grenada over the past years. That was the focus of Wednesday's initiative by the police force. The medals and ribbons were designed as part of a newly developed merit and reward system for the entire force. The ceremony, which was held at the Grenada Trade Center Annex, focused on two frequent categories of the merit system. The two categories that directly impact the rank and file of the Royal Grenada Police Force: good conduct and long service. The distribution of the first set of medals was promised to be high on the police force's agenda for 2020. Acting Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin implored the awardees to embrace the responsibilities that accompany the medals and ribbons presented to them.
A decorated officer will be expected by members of the public to exhibit special skills, character, and professional conduct. Please do not disappoint those expectations. And by your conduct, I urge you that from this day forth, if you have not done before, to demonstrate the level of discipline, attitude, and professionalism that will lift the bar to our next investiture program or ceremony next year. I challenge us, ladies and gentlemen, for us to be of good stead in our conduct as we deliver quality of service to our constituents.
Prime Minister and Minister for National Security Dr. Keith Mitchell believes that the initiative will help to motivate and improve the work of the police force.
Doing this today and instituting this investiture ceremony, it's a good thing to have the medals. It's a good thing to have this motivational initiative, but sisters and brothers, with the medals come additional responsibilities, because if you wear the medal, then it means that wherever you are in terms of performance, the medals has to demonstrate an improvement in service and attitude and everything that goes with it.
Deputy Commissioner of Police Franklin Redhead gave a brief overview on the history behind the medals and tokens and their effect on the recipients.
I think it was Napoleon Bonaparte was the first to recognize the effect that ribbons had on the morale of common troops. Today, in the modern environment, the personal decorations that a member of the military or paramilitary services wear on their uniforms marks not only individual accomplishment, but serve as a record of an individual's service over time. Even for members who no longer serving, it is not uncommon to see participants of military organizations proudly display their ribbons and medals on their clothing to advertise their performance during their time of service.
The ribbons and medals have been approved to be worn on the uniforms of the recipients. Tony Julian, GBN News.
The T.A. Marichaud Community College Hospitality Department is now fully furnished with air conditioning units. A symbolic ribbon-cutting ceremony was held on Thursday to officially hand over the equipment. Christina John has the details.
Thanks to the generosity of the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association, the hospitality department at the T.A. Marichaud Community College is now fully air-conditioned. 6 AC units were installed during the last school term of 2019, making it a more conducive learning environment for students. Principal of the school, Dr. Jeffrey Britton, recognized the GTA's continued commitment towards the students' development.
Cognizant of the fact that in order to enhance Grenada's overall competitiveness towards the achievement of sustainable tourism and development, the tourism and hospitality industry must be appropriately staffed at all levels by a committed workforce, well equipped with the knowledge, skills, and adequate attitude, and an enabling environment that is conducive to learning and working. and at the same time, to satisfy the constantly changing demands of this dynamic industry.
CEO of the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association, Arlene Friday, reciting a quote by Nelson Mandela, says, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." She says the GHTA believes that change begins at the TAMCC. In stamping their commitment to the institution, Friday indicated that through the tourism and hospitality sector, a sustainable economy can be derived. She says creating a conducive environment for learning is an important element in achieving this.
We hope today that this donation of the air conditioner units not only displays our commitment to a continued strong relationship with TAMCC, but it becomes a seed to invest in the future of young, skilled, and qualified leaders within the tourism, hospitality sector that blossoms for Grenada's tomorrow.
Chrislina John, GBN News.
Before the break, the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, commenced a series of community meetings in the district of St. John on Wednesday. The meeting took the format of presentations from several stakeholders, police, medical and fire personnel, and included the election of a new executive to run the operations in the district.
It was an open platform for constituents to share ideas, suggestions, and serve on a community level in the disaster management framework. Wednesday's meeting was held at the St. John's Anglican School. The next community forum will be in the St. George Northeast District on Monday, February 10th, 2020. The community initiative will conclude on March 30th in the district of St. Mark.
All right, still to come from us, the weather, followed by the sports news. Stay with us.
And so it begins, a journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Esplanade Mall St. George's, Maurice Bishop International Airport, and Sandals Grenada Resort. Telephone number 230-1023.
My name is Hollis Map, aka Mr. Killer. Why should I drink any other rum than Clark's Court rum, when Clark's Court is the rum that supports my community, my culture, my country? A long time ago, my ancestors used to work in the cane fields. Today, we own the rum, Clark's Court rum, Grenada's #1 rum. But my people, if you drink, don't drive. When you drink, drink responsibly. And if you're under 18, don't drink at all. Clark's Court rum, Grenada's #1 rum.
Hey, you! Who are you? Are you bold, vibrant, full of color and life, with energy waiting to just burst out? That youthful vibe? Or are you a classic? You love the old school, but you still know how to keep it relevant. Kinda like a retro mix. Nah? Hey, maybe you're just refined. A fine, classy, chic piece of refined elegance. No matter who you are, Sissons has that outside color to match that inside feeling. Visit any of our retail or distribution outlets and ask for our tropical modern color collection. Sissons, good looks that lasts.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with the isolated early morning shower. Tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius. Wind east-northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate. Waves 3 to 5 feet in open water. Tides high at 7 p.m., low at 12:30 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow morning 6:33. The weather on Friday, the 31st day of January, generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times with few brief morning and nighttime showers possible. On Saturday, the 1st of February, generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with the isolated morning and nighttime shower possible. And on Sunday the 2nd, partly cloudy with few brief showers and some fair spells. We invite you to stay with us now for the sports news with Joseph Kador.
Well, good evening and welcome, sporting fans, to this evening's sporting segment. We kick things off with news of football. And the fact is that junior footballers on the island have been given the opportunity to promote and display their skills. This with the official launch of the Sandals National U15 football tournament. Now, the launch took place this morning at the GFA's conference room. Participation in the annual tournament serves as the benchmark for selection to the national squad. Competitions officer for the Grenada Football Association is Bruce Swan, and according to him, the 2020 tournament is expected to be just as excited and even greater as in previous years.
The preliminary stage, while we open on Saturday with the 7v7 knockout format of the tournament, it's a one-day competition at the National Cricket Stadium. The preliminary stage will actually start on the 8th of February and conclude on the 9th of May. After which we go to the final stage of the tournament, which would involve the top 4 teams from each group. And that starts on the 16th with the quarterfinals. On the 16th of May, on the 23rd of May, we would have the semi-final, and then we close off on the 30th of May for yet another successful year of competition.
Now, the 2020 tournament kicks off this Saturday with a 7v7 one-day clash. However, active competition is set for next weekend, of course, and runs for a 4-month period. Swan says this has become essential so as to ensure that the tournament satisfies all FA regulations.
Why the extension? From the beginning of the tournament, we started with only 2 months, then we extended to 3 months and now 4 months. Our players should be engaged in football over a 9-month period, and we are yet to be there. We have our schools competition, which takes us more or less ending of September through to November. Then we had our pre-season, which had the kids engaged, and now Sandals for a 4-month period. This is only about 8 months of football, and therefore we have 1 more month to catch up and looking to expand Sandals National Under 15 next year as we gradually reach the 9 months mark for our players to be competitive.
Continuing with the football, well, the tournament is now into its 3rd year, and it's a partnership between the Grenada Football Association and Sandals Grenada. Now, the communications officer, Dillion Forrester, says the relationships allows for the comprehensive growth and development of the nation's youth. both on and off the field of play.
And for Sandals, as part of our commitment to the community, support for initiatives like this is embedded in our mission and our vision as a company. As a regional brand originating in the Caribbean and operating in the region, development of people is one of the most important tenets of the Sandals philosophy. So Sandals Grenada is very proud and very elated to continue our partnership with GFA. We look forward to a successful tournament. We encourage the parents, guardians, supporters, teachers, everyone, come out, support the boys, see them play. It's all about community development, unity, and just advancement of the sport and of our boys.
We continue with football because Grenada under-15 football squad, they're continuing with their build-up to the CONCACAF U20 Championships. Now, here's what we can tell you. Now, the championships is set to kick off, that's next month. That's on the 15th, and that's in the Dominican Republic. The Spice Boys are actually ranked 23rd in the CONCACAF region. Now, once the tournament starts, teams, of course, they will be divided into 3 groups of 4 and 1 group of 5. The Spice Boys, they will play, of course, alongside host country, that's the Dominican Republic, Anguilla and Dominica out of Group B. Now, after the round-robin play, the top finishes in each of the groups would advance to the knockout stage. We're moved on to semi-finals action because the Carnage Hardcourt comes alive tomorrow afternoon when the semi-finals of the Subway Secondary School Basketball Tournament shoots off. Now, of course, there will be action in the male division. The semi-finals will see Presentation Brothers College, that's the PBC, Wesley College, Grenville Secondary, and the defending champs, the Grenada Boys Secondary School, all vying for their spots in the finals. Now, both GBSS and PBC are zonal champs, and we can tell you that the Presentation Brothers College and Wesley College are actually former champions. Now, this is the lineup for tomorrow. Game 1 from 2 p.m. PBC will go head-to-head with Grenville Secondary, while Game 2, of course, will see GBSS coming up against Wesley College. Both games, again, have been played on the Carnage Hardcourt. Moving on to the female division, where Happy Hill, of course, they continue to play undefeated in the tournament. And as in the girls division, they actually have earned themselves 3 wins from 3 matches. Now, the defending champs, Anglican High and Grenville Secondary, of course, they have the next best records of 2 wins from 3 matches. Defeat for both of those teams coming at a hand of Happy Hill Secondary. Now, the action in that tournament would resume next week, Monday, where the Anglican High, defending champions, they would come up against Grenville Secondary, while Happy Hill Secondary would play Wesley College. Quite an interesting game there to see, of course, what happens, of course, whether there's going to be a shift in the Happy Hill at the top, and, of course, Grenville Secondary and the Anglican High School. Both games will be played at the Hardcourt. Then the final game in the female division, of course, is on Wednesday, where Convent in Grenville would come up against Wesley College. That game is also on the Carnage Hardcourt. We'll see how the tournament continues, if it pans out, and bring you more action as it continues. Well, that's the wrap-up on sports from all of us here at the GBN. We say thanks for being part of the broadcast. So long, everybody.
That was your look at sports. Now for a recap of the headlines. World Health Organization declares the deadly coronavirus a public health emergency of international concern.
15 finalists selected for 2020 Brain Bee Challenge.
And in sports, Sandals under-15 football to kick off this weekend, while semi-final of secondary schools basketball to shoot off tomorrow.
If you missed any part of this newscast, catch a repeat of it at 10 o'clock tonight.
You can continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Beverly Telesford.
I'm Ken Rivetiste. We have to leave you for now. That completes the news. Good night.
at all those sad dads. Can you believe I'm the same age as Mr. I wear a cell phone holster out in public? So we live life like a video. The difference between me and them is that I've still got my swagger. I may be days away from turning 40, but age is really nothing more than a state of mind. For me, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. Because I know exactly who I am. And right now, that's someone who's in a whole lot of pain.